Warning, there's flashing lights and images inside of this video, so if you end up having a seizure, it's not my fault. I warned you, so I don't want to be getting any emails from your family members talking about that you've been hurt watching my content, because I'll just send them back an email of me like, yahoo! And that will be the end of it. You've been warned, so anything happens after this point, it's your fault. Enjoy the video. This is the most lethal website on the entire internet according to many people. The startling sounds, flashing imagery, and the inability to leave the website easily makes for a dangerous combination in the eyes of many. This now defunct website is called kekma.ga, kekma.net, or kekma.xyz, and it's a jump scare bait and switch shock site that made the rounds for many years. When you go to the website, you're met with this screen. This website contains dark adult humor which is unsuitable for children, 18 plus only. This has a fat ass enter button smack dab right in the middle, and on the bottom shows like a meme of, I don't know, Insane Clown Posse or something like that, and it asks, are you a real gamer? Click here to join Kekma forum. So when you click the enter button, what happens is it full screens your page, and when it does this, it plays some incredibly graphic content, and when you're trying to escape this page, it pulls up another box that says, are you sure you want to leave? Come on, stick a while longer. And when it's doing this, okay, it is playing some horrifying stuff like I just said. It is playing a video smack dab in the middle of a guy screwing a screw into his piss pipe while he's squatting into a bathtub, and he's just squirting and gushing everywhere. And the background of this webpage, let me tell you what, it's a guy whose face got clawed off by a bear. 95% of it is missing, and has like micro pictures of it all spread out, while it's also flashing and flickering lights as like a strobe effect. So there's that. And if that's not it, it changes your mouse cursor into several severed penises. And the cherry on top, let me tell you what, it's playing the world's loudest moan, which has been a meme for many, many years, but it's playing it at like 5,000 decibels. Do you know how loud something has to be for it to get staticky? That's what this is, guys. It is so loud. I'm pretty sure this can damage your speakers. Now, the thing is, I just described this. There are probably several people watching this video right now that are like, I didn't witness that, and you maybe click the video at a different time setting before or after the date that I'm talking about in specific, which will be 2020, and that's because the guy who made this website changed the video multiple times, and he also changed the background. At a point, the background was a baby with Harlequin syndrome. If you don't know what Harlequin syndrome is, sometimes, it's a very rare condition, people are born with very scaly, pale skin, and their eyes like bulging out of their head. You know what I'm talking about. It's an incredibly horrifying condition. And the video in the middle, at a point, was a guy who had his liver pulled out, and it was getting wring out like a dirty ass fucking towel, and just pus and cyst was coming out. It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And mind you, while this is happening, it puts your computer into full screen mode, flashing lights, okay? And when you try to click out of it, it literally asks you, are you sure you want to leave? Like, you fucking don't know if you want to leave. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people do want to leave. And here's the thing. When you get flashing lights and loud, startling sounds, you get people who are claiming that this is a very lethal website. It's very, very lethal. It's fatal. It could take a human's life. Which, you kind of think about it, and it sounds like a possibility, but let's talk about the stats. There have been over 30 million visits. Over 30 million visits. Yeah, in the life cycle of this website, 30 million visits. 4 to 5 years this website was up. 0 reported accidents. 0 reported incidents. 0 reported fatalities. No one's ever got harmed. No one's ever lost their life to this website. There's none of that. There is no proof, no evidence, no certificates, no nothing. So, I'm here to proudly say, you are being a fucking drama queen. No one has ever gotten hurt. Over 30 million visits, and no one's ever gotten hurt. There's no evidence that anybody's gotten hurt. No, nothing. You're just being a drama queen. But there's a possibility someone can get hurt. Well, driving cars is the 3rd leading cause of death in America. Don't stop your ass from hopping into one almost every single fucking day, now does it? So shut your mouth. Thank you, goodbye. Now, this website did peak in popularity by 2020, despite the fact it was made an entire year prior on April 23rd of 2019. And its creator goes by the name of Obak Meets God. What? Okay, hold on. Here, let me ask you a question. Out of the millions of names you could call yourself, you want to call yourself a meat god. Either you're a butcher in a deli or a bitch with a blown back. Why the fuck would you want to call yourself a meat god? Pause! So over here is what's said to be the de facto flag, and you're noticing that there's a lot of sensors on the screen. Yeah, it's a pretty Not so nice flag, and YouTube would not be happy if this was uncensored, but I can't describe it for you. So right there, smack dab in the middle is Big Chungus, you know, the Chungles over here. And in the top left corner is a hate symbol that has gained a lot of steam and notoriety in recent times. Over to the right, it says, "We hate," oh great, yeah, nice. Obviously I can't say that while on YouTube. And on the bottom it says, "Free Jiggy Time at kekma.ga." What is this, like an advertisement? This is stupid. Good lord. But yeah, that's their flag over here. Now, when I was talking about the lethality of the website, I decided to say that this website did have over 30 million visits, which is true because by February 16th of 2022, it did amass over 30 million visits. But unfortunately, 12 days later, by February 28th, the website was taken down. Now, this was the message that was left. It reads, "Rip Kekma. Kekma has finally achieved its goal of 30 million views. It has pretty much served its purpose of researching how a shock site can spread on an advertising budget of nothing. From Cuba to Turkmenistan, Kekma has been seen in every nation with an internet connection. We have learned many interesting things from Kekma's analytic data. In spite of how interconnected the modern world is, spread events were almost always regional. This site would usually begin spreading in a specific country, then move out to its neighbors before circulating to other continents. This was the case with every major spreading origin point from Poland to Vietnam to Brazil to India." Shout out to Vietnam. If you know, you know. If you miss Kekma, I encourage you to make your own site to replace it. Oh, beautiful. Great. And it's been a joy to get emails from all across the world, but there was little reason to keep it running. And I'm going to answer this stupid question before it's even asked. I know somebody's going to go ahead and ask in the comment section, "How did it get so popular? Over 30 million views? That's a lot." Well, what do you think, numbnuts? This is horrifying. It's terrible. Don't you think people are going to send this to each other as pranks, or just drop it somewhere and hope that somebody clicks on it and says, "Oh my god, that was terrifying"? Yeah, people are jerks online. Surprise, surprise. Welcome to the internet. There was also a person named Sinful Prince, according to Screamer Wiki, who dropped it in r/teenagers and called it cool and free. Okay? This is just what people do. If there is something as horrifying as this, people are going to drop it, I'd imagine, on Twitter back in the day, Instagram, anywhere where somebody can click the link and just get absolutely horrified. On top of that, they had their own Kekma movie, which was released on September 11th of 2020, which included 9/11 footage, surprise, surprise, and YouTube poops. Now, if you don't know what a YouTube poop is, unfortunately, I'm here to explain it to you. So, between the years of like 2007 and 2013 or 14, that was the absolute height and or peak of YouTube poops. Now, a YouTube poop is just really, really, really garbage edits of, let's say, video games, cartoons, just anything you can think of, just really poor, unfunny edits that are so unfunny that they kind of become funny. Majority of it was like SpongeBob and Mario. Here's how a YouTube poop would go. They'd grab an episode of SpongeBob, which was used most times than not, and he's like walking to the Krusty Krab, and instead of saying, you know, "Hi Squidward, how was your day?" they would poorly edit audio over him going like, "Hi Squidward, fuck you," and then Squidward would be like, "Piece of shit." And it's just horrible. And then Dr. Robotnik would come in and be like, "Pingus," and then Luigi would come out of nowhere and say, "Spaghetti," and Mama Luigi. God. If you think Skibbity Toilet is brain rot, whoa, you should check out YouTube Poops. YouTube Poops have learned how to breathe, how to just merely exist in molecular cell division to the finest degree before Skibbity Toilet was even a concept. Nothing is as brain rot as YouTube Poops. There is a Sparta X3000 remix of a YouTube poop where he's like, "This is Sparta, this is," it's so bad. It's just horrifying, okay? And those are considered the best ones. Those are the crown jewels. Those are like the diamonds in the rough. So you can only imagine what the other ones are like, okay? If those are the best of the best, you can only imagine what the other ones are like. And mind you, I have seen thousands of YouTube poops. I don't know why. I don't know why I used to watch it. I can't have that answer for you. I don't know. But I used to watch them one after another. And if you know I came across Grandma's Kisses, which is like the most infamous YouTube poop ever. Oh my god. Or how about the Sky had a Ouija? Oh, guys. It's all bad. It is just liquid dog shit out of a sick chihuahua's rectum. A whole thing from beginning to end. Again, there is nothing as bad, as brain rotting as a YouTube poop. Done. I'm done talking about that. Now, time to wrap this up, people. Listen. Kekma is not a lethal website. There's nothing about it that will take your life. There's nothing about it that will injure you. There's nothing about it that will put you in the hospital. As a matter of fact, it is defunct. It don't even exist. But if you were to go on the Wayback Machine or to find some sort of download of it or just run it somewhere or see somebody who recorded it and put it here, there, this, and that, you're going to be okay. Okay? You're going to be okay. Over 30 million visits on the website. No reported injuries. People just being fucking drama queens. That's just it. Now, here's one thing I will say though. If you do have epilepsy, of course I would advise against it. Again, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm an expert on epilepsy because I'm not. I'm not a doctor. I don't know if you know that. I'm not a doctor. But I'd imagine there's at least a few epileptics who did click on that website. Maybe they didn't live long enough to tell us about it. Who knows? But if you do have a heart condition, I would advise against it. But ColdRaven, you said that no one's gotten hurt. Yeah, no one has gotten hurt. But if someone does, I don't want to be responsible for it. Here's the thing, people. No one's ever gotten hurt. Not a lethal website. There is no blood stained on this now defunct website. Okay? That's it. That's a wrap. That's the end of the video. Like, favorite, share, most of the comments, subscribe. I'm your boy, ColdRaven. I'm going to catch y'all the fuck later. Y'all have a good day. Peace. Yeah!